What up, everybody? It's your boy JR Reviews back at another video here to bring you another review, another movie review. This time on a movie that I was actually excited to watch. Well, I was always excited to watch a film, but I did not was really okay. From background, this information from Paranormal Activity and Insidious, in my opinion. Now you can all hate me if you want. Weren't scary. I mean, Insidious 2 was scary. Insidious 1, not so much. Paranormal Activity, the only one that was scary was 5, and I was stand to test that. 4 got you at the very end. That's all I'm gonna say. 4 actually will get you at the very end. 5 was honestly scary. Everything else is not scary. Um but the creators or the companies that brought them created something originally in not 19 in 2015 or 2016 or 2017, I don't know what it was, called the Gallows, which is I'm not going to go over the Gallows the first part because I don't feel like it and it'll be for too long. But I'm here to review Gallows Act 2 for you all. So if you don't know, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the Gallows of the first movie. Basically the first movie, Gallows, basically there's a play going on in a high school. One guy doesn't want to do the play, but he's in crush with one of the girl that he has the lead role on it with, and he ends up decides to go to the school at night and crash the play with his friends. She turns out to be there. They're also filming it, and there is an old legend that this is the reason why this play has been performed at the school since the early 90s or something like that, or the early 80s or early 90s or whatever, is because when it was first performed, the play is called The Gallows. The lead actor who was supposed to play the main character, who gets hanged in the movie, or the criminal character, was sick. So his understudy named Charlie something took his place. An accident happened on stage, and when the part where he was supposed to be hung, he actually was hung and he died. Um, and it was a horrifying thing. And then it said that he comes back and he wants his revenge. Anyways, and there's a whole bunch of other shit involved. And basically, this movie is the sequel to it. Now, since we last saw Charlie a couple years earlier, a new trend has been going on in the internet called the Charlie Challenge, where they would read a passage from the Gallows and then say Charlie's name, and he's supposed to call him and kill him. They kill him, basically. Also, why would you want to play a game where the end part is equals death? Like, really, why would you want to play that fucking challenge? Basically, we follow this girl right here, who is a YouTuber, funny enough, and she has like 190 something subscribers, and she wants to get bigger, and she wants to become a star, an actress for movies and plays. And I'm not sure if she's in college or high school. I think she's in college, if I'm not mistaken. So don't quote me on this. But she ends up meeting this kid over here on her way back. The other thing about this girl here is she's troubled in the fact that her sister and her parents, I'm not sure they're shown. No, her parents aren't shown. Um, Always belittled her for her dreams of becoming an actress. She said that she could never do it, that she would be awful at it, and that it only happens to people who are once in a lifetime, and she just won't be good at it. And there was on stake for her, I'm guessing, at this college, is that at the end of this, I guess, a term, a guy from the director and leader of the board for admissions for Juilliard Performing Arts School in New York, will be coming around to see monologues being done by the students. If he likes your monologue and likes you, he has the permission to offer you a full scholarship to Juilliard School Academy of Arts. Now I'm gonna tell you this: Juilliard Academy of Arts in New York City. I personally never really wanted to go. I'm not a person. I do like acting. I do like being in plays, but I'm not. That's not what I'm pursuing. The fact is, I just don't but the fact that if you want to be an actor, you want to be a comedian, you want to be something like that. Now, when I want to be a comedian, that's the school I wanted to go to. You want to be a stage performer. You want to be something. You want to be something that has to do with acting, singing, something like that. You go to Juilliard, because if you go to Juilliard Performing Arts, you're in. Your ticket. You are most likely going to be in. Most likely. Even then, you might not be in, but still, that's the most prestigious school for learning the entertainment industry. From where it be plays, movies, singing, comedy, stuff like that. She works her butt off, but the first thing she does it from her favorite movie, which is like a sci-fi-esque film, and she fucks up. She kind of breaks down in a little bit of tears. This kid over here sees him and says, like, she kind of makes he kind of like infatuated with her, and he says he sees another kid later on. I think it's this kid actually. No, it's not. Is it this kid? It could be this kid. I don't know. It's a nerd who's being bullied by a group of boys for being a nerd, basically. And she just walks up and says, "Yeah, but you don't have a girlfriend." So at one point, I just think what Vegeta was pretty nice. Honestly, I probably would have done it to a girl if they did this, but but if girls were doing this to someone. But she walks up to him and says, "So we're still on for tonight? For our date? Is 9 o'clock fine?" I mean, like, he's like, yeah, 9's fine. The guys just like stunned. They're like, "Okay, we'll see you later, bro," or bot, whatever his name is. And he just says, "Thank you," as she walks away. Then this guy comes and chats her up and talks for a little bit, and then they say, and he says, "Oh, I hope to see you again. Yeah, if you're lucky." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, and then she crashes herself. "If you're lucky, come on." That was funny. It was funny. Anyways, she gets a message on her I guess independent study time or on the computer lab or whatever, saying, "Do you want to be famous? Do you want to get more subscribers and all that type of shit? We'll do this challenge." It's from an anonymous guy. I forgot the guy's name. And he's like, "Do this challenge." And then he shoots a video. And he's like, "Okay." So she asked for the play in the library for the Gallows. Now, this should be the first red flag not to do the play. She's reading the play for about, which seems like 5 to 10 minutes. The thing ends at 4 o'clock, okay? The thing closes at 4. When she reads it and the lights are halfway down when the library, I'm assuming it's a librarian at this college or school or high school, taps her on the shoulder and says, "Ma'am, it's the library's closed. You must leave." She looks at her phone. It's 5:35 in the afternoon. She's been there for an hour and a half, almost an hour and 35 minutes. When she had been there, I guess she was there at 3:59. She came there at 3:56 and was there at 3 and left at she's been reading that thing for that long, but it only felt like 5 to 10 minutes. Literally the scene don't change either. She looks exactly like she does when she's reading it, and when the lady comes to get her. Anyways, so she reads it, she does the film, and at first the door closes on itself. And it does what it's supposed to do. She gets thousands of responses, people are starting subscribing, she's becoming more and more popular, people are loving her, and she even goes on a date with this guy. She meets his parents, who turn out to be ex-superstar actors and actresses, an actor and actress, who he used to be an actor in a TV show for a little bit. And sooner or later, as we start to see the psychological effects that Charlie does have on people when they do the game. She starts hallucinating, seeing things, seeing other past victims, starts becoming more decrepit in her looks, starts going, a little crazy. She almost chokes herself to death in one scene. Her sister ends up getting murdered by Charlie, causing her parents to cry uncontrollably in one scene. Honestly, I like this. Anyway, so at one point he says, "How do?" She asked the guy who had sent her the thing originally, "How do I stop the challenge? Like, how do I end the challenge? How do I end this challenge and no one gets anyone gets hurt?" Well, then you must do a perfect challenge, a Charlie challenge. The way I liked is they made it like the Charlie challenge, but like unlike the Charlie challenge, you won't die from doing that challenge. And the perfect challenge is someone willingly sacrifices themselves so the rest of the people can live, basically. Um, and it's obviously you both know how rolling sacrifices are hung. There was a scene where it's like if you don't, it's like, you must be another way. And he's like, no, there is no other way. But if you want to waste time, I can still build this shit for you. And it's a fucking like he sends a picture of a gallows, and I'm like, oh, okay, fuck. Anyways, she ends up going to the girl from the first movie who has now been locked in a mental hospital for the last 5-6 years. Um, for I don't exactly remember what. I think she went absolutely nuts. She started attacking people and claiming that her dad's Charlie. Um, and basically that's a bunch of stuff like that. And anyways, so they go and see her to see how she can say anything to stop it. And she basically says the same thing the guy says. She thinks she's the and she also thinks she's the this girl, I forgot her name. Okay, Anna. I'm gonna call her Anna. Anna is the one who's Anna. God damn it, Anna. Her name's Anna, by the way. The main character's name is Anna. Anna's been there for a while. Anna's like thinks that the girl from the first movie, the one that we found out is Charlie's daughter, is the one who's been sending her the information. But that would make no sense. She's in a mental hospital and she has no access to any electronic devices because if you see her, she's fucking psycho. Like her hair's all messed up. She literally has an attendant that wheeled her into her room and told him, "You have 5 minutes. Like that's all you got." And they even lied. We're her cousins. No, you bitch, you aren't. You don't even look alike. Anyways, um, so they end up going and telling you you have to you have to kill either get a sacrifice and that's it. Um, and then she goes berserk and tries to attack them, and then the guy comes in, gives her a sedates her, and the orderly comes in and sedates the crazy bitch, whatever her name is, forgot her name anyways, and comes and basically does everything. Fun fact: Anna actually this is I'm remember correctly, this is the guy who this is the guy from Juilliard. When it's her turn, she actually fucking nails it. She does a scene from the Gallows. They didn't even show you the thing. It just shows her going on is like freaking out. Then a round of applause. People are like congratulating her, and then she got the full scholarship. People, she got the full scholarship. Basically, she got what she wanted, and at the exact same time, her sister gets killed. So yeah, but they end up leaving. They're gonna go try to stop it, and then they get knocked their asses out by a guy with a hood over his head, like an old executioner's black hood that he used to put on either execution and people you were going to execute before when they were brought to the gallows or to the chopping block, or the actual hood that the executioner would wear, like in the assassin, like in the 1 second, I'll show you. So like that. He was wearing something like that. And he basically he kidnaps the both of them, takes them in the car, and puts both black hoods over their heads, just like an executioner. Takes them to a in the woods to a makeshift gallows. Like it's some makeshift gallows, but it's pretty fucking authentic. It looks real as fuck, and it's terrifying. They end up taking them, and they see Charlie going at then they take off the hoods. They're begging and pleading. It's starting to rain. By the way, rain in a horror film just makes the climax of the film makes it just that much more scary, in my opinion. Especially if it's a supernatural film like this film. Um, and he basically she says like they're gonna kill her boyfriend, and they're like no, please. He's like please, I'll sacrifice myself. Just let him live. Let him live. And at first you think okay, they're both gonna die. Not the case. At the end of the film, after she's basically been hung, you see a bunch of people coming out of taking off their hoods, and it's all these people that are in the town that you've met. The little girls that at one point that came up to her while she was on a day and said, "We love your channel. Definitely do some more Charlie stuff." The nerd that she would save, the two bullies, a few of the, I think even I think it was not I think the Juilliard guy was there. I'm not sure. The teacher that was for the drama club was there. A bunch of fucking and then it's revealed. Then it shows that their boyfriend's not dead. He was somehow saved, or like he was switched to the like a small piece of thing to keep his feet on so he wouldn't choke to death. And then the two last people remove their hoods, and it's his parents that are standing in the front of them, and they give him a hug, and then he walks over to a tree with a GoPro camera on, and he says the actual YouTube guy's name that was center of the challenge. This is something, and that's just been the perfect Charlie challenge, and it goes right to the end of the film. I was like, so basically, the moral of the story is figure it out before you. Also, don't do a fucking monologue from a cursed play. Don't do a challenge where people are dying from. And watch, be careful who you fucking date, because that person might be in a fucking cult that worships a guy who kills people by hanging them, and is also a ghost. So yeah, definitely go pick this up. I found this at Walmart. Definitely a good film to watch. It was pretty good. I think even more better than the first one was. It got me my blood pumping. It was pretty good. Go check it out. Gallows Act 2. That's it for this video, guys. Peace.